the way she's always in every moment, I really feel like has inspired me to try to like step outside of like the way I'm always in my head, feeling like there's so much to achieve, there's so much to do, and like be able just to like wrap my arms around, you know, like my best friend that's a cow and like be happy in that moment.
He is Jenna's world. Her dad, mom, like her person. And, you know, if he doesn't come out in the morning and hug her, she'll find us in the window, you know, and moo, and she'll call out to him, you know, and I can tell when like we've been busy, she just seems like really needy, you know, and I'm like, hey, you gotta go out and like give Jenna some hugs. I can tell she's looking for you in the windows and stuff, you know. Her personality is just like exuberant, diva, like wants to be a part of everything, wants to be interested in everything. Like nothing's really gonna hold her down.
You just can't help but like adore her at the same time as think like what is what is wrong with you, kid? She's just very much like that child where you're like, oh my gosh, they can get away with anything because they have just the right way to look at you or the right way to like rub into you and be like, oh, I love you so much, and then all of a sudden like, you know, jab you with a horn and then go back to hugging you, and you're just like, okay, you know, like this is Jenna's very much Jenna. She was born with a twin brother, and because of that, they call him a free Martin. But essentially it means that there's like a 95% chance that she would be infertile. And so since on dairy farms, if you're infertile, you can't have, you know, babies, you can't make milk, and so you're basically useless to them. And so her and her brother had both been, you know, marked to be killed. Like when Jenna arrived here, she had the pink spray paint down her back as, you know, we don't need her essentially. And for whatever reason, the dairy farmer's daughter, whose name was Jenna, wanted both Jenna and her brother to find homes. She didn't want them to be killed, and so she convinced her dad to let her reach out and find homes. And she saw the post that our friend had made, asking if anyone, you know, had a female dairy cow that they would be willing to let be rescued. We can read about how special farm animals are, and we can like know that they're really intelligent or curious or all these things, but you get to spend time with her and it's almost like magically breaks down like these ideas in your head and replaces it with like the idea that they're grass puppies is so accurate, because like they are, you know, just full of every characteristic that we love about dogs. Like they possess that, and they're big. Like that's really the only difference.
Living with all these different animals, like all of the, you know, the interactions, the emotions, the bonds, the desire to play and to be with their family, and all of that, you know, that we experience living with, you know, dogs and cats as pets, it's the same, you know, with the cows and the pigs and the turkeys and the chickens, you know, and like understanding that and realizing that, you know, it really like breaks down those barriers in your mind that that certain animals are one way and certain animals are another way. It's like they all want to live, they all want to be with their families, they all want to be happy, they all, you know, want to play and feel safe and secure, and you know, can have that bond, you know, with you, with each other. We're all so similar in our needs and our wants, and you know, it's not just dogs and cats that, you know, you can have that experience with. It's a 1,400-pound Holstein, you know, named Jenna, who will want to cuddle with you. You know, in practice it's different, but you know, the intention is the same. Like she wants to love you, and she wants to love her family, and she wants to be touched and be close to you. You know, just like the dog on the couch next to you does. You know, Jenna in the barn wants you to come sit with her, and so there's not those differences that I think most people have in their mind between farm animals and pets.